Running and exercise and I suppose movement is fundamental to me. I've been competing since I was like 12, and all that movement was kind of just innate to my being, if you like. So around about that time, it was sort of first lockdown and COVID. Things were starting to open up, and it was coming up to the UK Triathlon Championships. So I was straight out on my bike, left the house saying to Kerry, my wife, I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm just going up to Crystal Palace. And of course, she didn't realise I was going to go through Catford. So I cycled down through Lewisham to Catford, round the gyratory. And so that's when the accident happened. Cycled up to the lights, and that's when I sort of approached the back of a lorry. And then the lights changed just as I got to the level of the cab. The truck started moving and started pushing me off into the pavement, and I reflexively sort of reached out to push against the lorry, and I actually came off the bike and ended up landing underneath the trailer. So I've got this trailer going above my head, and I'm thinking sooner or later these wheels are going to hit me. So my arm went underneath the back wheel and my arm got ripped off. And so that's when things started going a bit odd. I thought, right, I'm going to die now. London's Air Ambulance actually landed in St Dunstan's, which is a school very near the accident. So at that point, they could pretty much tell that I'd had sort of ruptured in sort of abdominal cavity. So they were really focusing on sort of stabilising me, making sure I had a viable kind of circulation because my blood pressure dropped to 0. Without that sort of fast response, I would not be around today. So when I came to, so it was about 6 weeks after I came into the hospital. I was in an induced coma for 6 weeks. And that was really due to the problems I had in the trunk area, and also the problems I had with my liver, kidneys and lungs as well, because that was all kind of crushed. So I was on dialysis until the December, which is 6 months post-injury. And at that point, my kidneys actually started kicking back in. My liver started to regenerate. So 3 days after I got out of hospital, I started running again, which is brilliant. Yeah. And then just less than a year later, I came third in the British Triathlon Championships in my classification. I did my first marathon 6 weeks ago. There are things metabolically I'm struggling with because of the liver injury, but nonetheless, I did a marathon in 3.5 hours, which is, about 50 minutes off my time previously, but I'll take it. London's Air Ambulance saved my life. Thanks to the fundraising efforts of all the people of Britain, we have a new fleet that will save other people's lives. London's Air Ambulance can undertake a lot of procedures that no one else can. It's half an hour out of my life of 58 years now. But that half an hour was, it's allowed me to continue my life and do all the things that I have.